Tonight, we bring you a story told not only through words, but through the powerful images that have captured Hong Kong's finest athletic moments at the 15th National Games. As the competition draws to a close, each photograph reveals more than victory. It reveals the determination, sacrifice, and intensity etched into the faces of medal-winning athletes who have spent years preparing for this moment. These are not just snapshots. They are windows into the spirit of a city whose sports culture continues to rise on the national stage. From the explosive energy of wushu to the precision of fencing and the grace of swimming, Hong Kong's athletes have delivered performances that transcend the podium, carrying the pride of the city into every event. And tonight, we revisit these defining scenes that have shaped the narrative of this year's games. One striking image shows a young fencer frozen in a moment of triumph, mask raised, her expression a mix of disbelief and relief. It's the kind of emotion that only years of discipline can produce. Analysts say Hong Kong's fencing program has expanded rapidly in recent years, fueled by improved training facilities and stronger international exposure. This momentum was evident throughout the games, as the city's fencers delivered consistent performances against some of the strongest competitors in the nation. Another standout photograph highlights the synchronized rhythms of the women's swimming team, celebrating after securing a hard-fought medal. Their unity, captured mid-embrace, reflects the collaborative foundation behind Hong Kong's aquatic success, where individual talent merges seamlessly with team strategy. Perhaps one of the most memorable scenes comes from the Wushu arena, where a Hong Kong athlete captured the crowd's attention with a routine that blended elegance with raw power. The camera caught him mid-leap, suspended almost impossibly in the air, a moment that symbolizes not just athletic excellence, but a cultural heritage deeply rooted in tradition. Sports analysts note that wushu has become a growing strength for Hong Kong, allowing athletes to connect modern training techniques with classical forms. Another photograph shows the calm yet fierce gaze of a cycling medalist moments before her race. Her focused intensity offers a glimpse into the mental preparation required to compete at the highest level, reminding viewers that success is born long before athletes step onto the track. Beyond the dramatic snapshots, these images collectively illustrate a larger story: Hong Kong's expanding presence within national sports. The medal count, while impressive, tells only part of that story. What resonates more deeply are the emotional narratives behind each victory: the early morning practices, the injuries endured, and the families cheering from the stands. One touching image captures parents holding a flag tightly against their chests as their daughter stands on the podium, tears in her eyes as the nation applauds. It is moments like these that bridge the gap between athletic achievement and human connection. As the games conclude, these photographs serve as lasting reminders of the resilience and pride that define Hong Kong's athletes on the national stage. As celebrations echo through Hong Kong's sports community, attention turns to the growing infrastructure that has allowed these athletes to thrive on the national stage. Over the past several years, training centers in Sha Tin, Fo Tan, and Tseung Kwan O have steadily expanded their programs, offering world-class coaching and analytics tools that rival some of the best in Asia. While the National Games provided a platform for athletes to demonstrate their skill, insiders say the real story lies in the long-term investment that made these victories possible. Coaches point to the adoption of advanced sports science techniques, ranging from biomechanical analysis to personalized recovery planning, that have enabled Hong Kong athletes to bridge the gap with historically dominant mainland teams. These behind-the-scenes developments reveal that the medal wins are not isolated moments of talent, but the result of a carefully built ecosystem designed to nurture excellence. Yet, despite the triumphs, the National Games also exposed areas where Hong Kong still faces challenges. Athletes and administrators alike acknowledge that their depth in several disciplines remains thin, with many sports relying on a small pool of elite competitors who juggle demanding schedules and limited resources. This year's performances, while inspiring, highlighted disparities in funding and facility access compared to larger provinces with extensive government-run training networks. Even so, Hong Kong athletes have continually demonstrated resilience, often outperforming expectations despite structural disadvantages. Their success raises questions about how the city can build sustainable pipelines for emerging talent, especially as younger athletes balance academic pressure, family expectations, and training demands. While the medal tally stands as an undeniable achievement, the broader conversation now shifts to continuity, how to ensure that future teams can remain competitive on an even larger stage. Beyond competitive results, the emotional resonance of this year's National Games has been profound. For many athletes, the event marked not just a sporting milestone, but a symbolic opportunity to represent Hong Kong on one of China's largest multi-sport platforms. Families, supporters, and teammates spoke openly about the sense of unity and pride that grew with each podium appearance. Social media amplified this connection, with images of medal ceremonies, tearful celebrations, and team embraces rapidly circulating across local platforms. These visually powerful moments offered the public a rare glimpse into the human side of elite sport, the sacrifices, setbacks, and perseverance that often remain hidden behind final scores. As photographs of triumphant athletes spread across international outlets, they became more than just snapshots of victory. They evolved into narratives of determination and hope, strengthening Hong Kong's identity within the national sports landscape. But these emotional highs come with heightened expectations. As Hong Kong athletes step into the spotlight, their success inevitably fuels greater public interest and demand for continued improvement. Sports administrators now face renewed pressure to expand funding, upgrade training facilities, and introduce more comprehensive development programs. Analysts argue that the momentum created by this year's performances offers a rare opportunity, a chance to push forward reforms that have long been discussed but seldom fully implemented. Enhanced community engagement, increased school-based talent scouting, and stronger athletic education partnerships could collectively reshape Hong Kong's sporting future. Whether these ideas translate into action remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the National Games have reignited debate over how the city can elevate its athletes from regional contenders to global competitors. Another key storyline emerging from the Games is the evolving relationship between Hong Kong athletes and their mainland counterparts. Many competitors described a growing sense of camaraderie, fostered through shared training camps, exchanges, and mentorship programs. These experiences have not only improved technical skills, but also helped Hong Kong athletes better understand the strategies and intensity that drive China's top performers. Observers highlight that this cross-regional collaboration may become increasingly central to future success, allowing athletes to learn from some of the most advanced sports systems in the world. However, some also caution that maintaining Hong Kong's unique sporting identity is equally important. Balancing integration with individuality remains a delicate task, but the National Games showed promising signs that both objectives can coexist, yielding competitive advantages without diluting the city's distinctive spirit. As the Games conclude, reflections across Hong Kong reveal how profoundly the event has influenced public perception of local athletic potential. Schools have reported surges in student interest in fencing, swimming, cycling, and other sports showcased during the competition. Community centers noted increased inquiries about youth programs, suggesting a renewed enthusiasm for physical activity and competitive sports. This shift could mark a turning point, especially in a city where academic focus traditionally overshadows athletic ambitions. If nurtured effectively, this surge in inspiration could serve as the foundation for the next generation of medal contenders. But transforming enthusiasm into long-term development requires systemic support, accessible facilities, and sustained investment, factors that will determine whether this moment becomes a fleeting highlight or the beginning of a new era in Hong Kong sports. In the end, the 15th National Games delivered far more than medals. They offered a vivid portrait of Hong Kong's evolving sports landscape. The images of victorious athletes standing atop podiums encapsulate not just individual achievement, but the collective aspirations of a city striving to redefine its place within China's competitive arena. As policymakers review lessons from the Games and organizations plan ahead, one central message emerges. Hong Kong's athletes have the talent, determination, and heart to shine on any stage. What remains is the commitment to build structures that support them consistently year after year. As the spotlight dims and the athletes return home, their stories, captured in photographs and celebrated by supporters, continue to inspire. They remind Hong Kong that excellence is not an accident. It is the result of passion, preparation, and an unwavering belief in what is possible.